So welcome back to the Call of the Wild Predator Pursuit 2025, and we pick up on our quest to get a gold of every predator species in the game, much where we left off. Our final kill in the previous episode was a gold mountain lion. Now we sit out here on Parque Fernando looking for a gold puma. Now these guys, I wouldn't exactly consider predators, but would consider something that could cause us a problem. So I grabbed the Gant hair today. Just hard shot that guy. Not bad. Is that the black fur? It is. So that's uncommon for male water buffalo. Speaking of picking up where we left off, we got a couple of cool kills in each of the prior episodes. Not sure we've had that since the redo. I don't know that I'm going to attack it. It's just a little level 5, but need to encounter that. And by the way, you probably saw in the thumbnail, but we have a later trip to Sundarpatan. You can bet this is going to be our tiger weapon. That's got potential. Level 6 puma coming in. We had the time reset there, like right after we got into this spot. Looks like he's still sneaking in, and our weapon of choice today for pumas is going to be the 257 Roberts. Just felt like an appropriate gun to use, like pump action, fast fire rate. Just need to come in a little bit closer than that, or maybe a lot closer than that. Is he coming in, or is he just passing through? I'm really not so sure he is coming in. I don't think he is. Stopping there, attentive, going alert. Probably face us. That should be a vital hit. He's going down. And actually, I think 36 is gold for them. Or maybe even 35 and change. So maybe a very brief trip to Parque Fernando. Wish he'd come into the call, but I mean, he was there at 75 meters or something. So high bleed rate, I want to say like basically every level 6 puma is a gold. And that one is 36.6, shot him with his eyes closed. 36 flat is the requirement. Got him double lung at 86 meters. We will take that dark red fur type. And we have both Sundarpatan and Emerald Coast on the docket today. And kind of depending on what servers are open, that will dictate where we go. And so we find ourselves on Sundarpatan for the second stop of the day. Out here we need a gold tiger, a gold snow leopard, and a gold Tibetan fox. As you can imagine, snow leopards are going to be the toughest one. We cannot call them in, but I feel like we've got the most appropriate weapon for something like that, and that is the 6.5 Rayo. So this could take forever. We could stumble into one right away. Let's kind of hope for the latter. I'm sure that'll make life easier. Blizzard rolling in. Still haven't encountered a whole lot up here, but we got chances for both Tibetan fox and snowies. That is what we need to see. Male snowy taking off. Anything above level 6, kind of like the puma, should be fine. And that could be a massive time saver if that is indeed a 6+. The other factor is, we kind of got to get him on the trot with the 6.5. Maybe we can find his tracks? He did flee from pretty far away, which I wonder if it's a decent one. But that makes it a little tougher to figure out exactly where he was standing. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Mag's weight estimate just seemed like when he fled from that far away, it was inevitable. He is snow fur type, so we kind of know what we're looking for. Straight downwind, like, we could try to sneak up on him, and if we see him standing out in the open, great. I just think odds are we're more likely to spook him again, so we're just gonna run that direction and see what happens. There he is, it's a mythical. Now the question is, can we get a reasonable shot at him? We're definitely not gonna take sort of just a risky shot. Kind of going broadside there. Not as much as I'd be comfortable with. Doing it again. We get that? I think we did. 6.5 is not a super powerful round. I really hope we did, because man, there's only so many male snowies on the map. But I felt pretty good about the shot. It's gonna be back, I think. Like back of the lungs or liver. If there's gonna be blood, it ought to be right up there. Can't see anything yet. In that area, that's vital blood. Good deal. Alright, so our snowy is down. Still gonna find a Tibetan fox and a tiger, or really with the tigers, probably have them find us. But there lays our snow leopard, only track, only warning call, anything we got from these guys. And luckily, it is what we needed. So he is, wow, 28.57, a nice size mythical. Shot was indeed back, and it's a dang good thing it got the offside lung, because somehow that didn't hit the liver. I actually don't fully understand how it didn't, but either way, it doesn't really matter. Brought him down. We're going to stay up here in the mountains and try to find a Tibetan fox. Really, I think that side will be better, so maybe that's where we'll go. I don't know how he got that close without me ever hearing him, but he just took off out of there. I mean, to get him with buckshot is going to require getting out ahead of him and him running like straight by us. We got to get close, but I mean, we're going to give it a shot since he's running parallel up here. Maybe something like that. The problem is, like, we need him trotting, because getting the lead right and somehow getting one of those buckshot pellets to punch into the lungs is not very likely. Oh, I think he turned there. There he is. I think we hit right behind him. We're still in the game, though. And maybe this is how this is going to go. I think he went down that road. Did he go down over? I hear him. Oh, boy. That hit. Oh, did we get him? There's still a chance we hit him in the head and ruined it, because we saw that earlier. I'm amazed that 410 buckshot just did that. Well, let's see. No! Dang it, man. Like, I don't know which pellet actually hit the skull. It appears to be this upper one. If it just stopped a little faster with the neck. 2.5 kilometer track distance. Shot at him twice. Got him the second time. Did not avoid the skull. Let's try to find one that's not running. That would be nice. That's a couple of interesting sounds in a row. I don't know if that's the fox we're tracking, but maybe we can call that in? Oh. Nervous level 7. So it's not coming into the call. It's also not just fleeing. So we've got a hope and a prayer, but what do you know? It's heading downwind and it's alert already. Oh, that's good to know. I think what should be a warning call shows as a mating call. Oh. Hang on. That one's calm. I think it's coming in. The wind is still an issue, but if we just keep on drifting to the right, I think we can make this work. Nothing's going to give us cover. At some point, we just got to stop so that he'll come close enough. There he is. Okay. Haven't spooked him yet. We know we could get him at that range, but it's also a big risk, and the wind is okay. As long as we just take it slow, don't overdo it. He wants to get up to our left. That's where the collar is. And I think he should get a little bit closer. Even like 35, 40, I feel a lot more comfortable. That's 35. He's attentive. Just gonna have the 410 ready. Still trying to sneak on up that way. And a kind of fast crawl, just gained a couple of meters here. He's gonna come down and around that rock. Oh boy. Okay, he's in plenty close enough. Need him broadside. Kind of whirled around there. Come on. Just pick a spot, walk broadside, something. We're getting even close when we get the chance. Okay, standing there. Calm. It says 30 to 40, so he's still over 30 meters. This has no business being this intense. I just saw him. Sounds like he's right here. Oh my goodness. I don't know, could that hit the head too? He was ready to go. Let's go. The most intense Tibetan fox level 7 on I've ever had. Hard shot with buckshot at 7 meters. I mean, he was out of there. Came right through this stuff. That was awesome. This is why this, using the collar and stuff, trying to do some realistic predator hunting things with this series, has actually turned into some really, really cool moments. So, had that not worked, I was going to give up on fox, go chase tigers, until foxes started drinking and then get them. Now we just need tigers here from Sundarpatan. And, after all that time it took, a solid hour plus just to get Tibetan fox, depending on what we stumble into down there, tigers could take just as long, or it could take 5 minutes. Well, back with the water buffalo. Opportunity to maybe practice with the game here before a tiger comes after us, 2 of them. Did that get vitals? I think it did. Now we're gonna do a little tango here with them. Who says that water buffalo aren't predators? Hunting us in packs? That sounds like predator behavior to me. That must have been like, I don't even know what, liver? Not at that angle, I wouldn't think. I'll take care of that. So, first one was lung, liver, stomach, 140 scoring level 7. I forgot that happens when you're aim down sight still. This one was a 126. It was a skim off the right lung. Follow-up shot was a heart shot, though. Only things we found down here so far. Man, finally, we found a tiger, but it's a female. So that's not going to be particularly helpful to us. That cannot make gold, obviously. So we'll just kind of try to scoot into decent gant hair range and just try to take it out at that. We can 0 to 150. That's about 155 there. I'd like her to maybe stand up. Drinking for longer than I thought they did. The downside is we lose the spawning outline. I mean, if she's just going to stay there. There we go. Felt pretty decent about that. Sure would have been nice if that was a male, but she ain't going anywhere. Look upriver. Don't see any more, but at least we know they exist because it was starting to feel like they didn't. So there lays our tiger, but unfortunately, the hunt for a gold tiger goes on, and I think we might actually be at the point where this has taken longer than the fox, so in a perverse and unpredictable way. In terms of time, this is going to go snow leopards at the shortest amount of time. We still got to find it, but tigers is the longest. There's another tiger. It's a female as well. Man, it looked kind of dark standing there. I thought there was a decent chance of it. No guy running off. Well, do the same thing. Get a little closer and go for it with the gant hair. That's about 160. Never been reloaded last time. We should probably do that. And before she goes to drink like the last one was. Go ahead and go for that. That was a little forward and right into the heart, I do suppose, because she went nowhere. We'll take it. So she's down right here. That was double lung and heart at 155 with the gant hair. We could find a male to do that. That would be excellent. So if you look really closely, you might be able to tell this isn't Sundarpatan. I've never had that happen. I've never struggled so hard to find tigers. So what we're going to do is we'll go back to single player after that. We're still going to get a tiger, but I wanted to come out here, get our saltwater croc from Emerald Coast in multiplayer, and then we'll go to our single player map. Unless maybe another server's open in tiger drink time. I just don't know where they all were, and best I could tell, everybody else in the server was struggling to find them too. And we're not doing anything special here. I thought the 4570 would be a kind of cool gun to try to take a gold croc with. Just heard one. It's a 6 there. Very well could be some down there. Maybe it was the 6 that made that noise. The only thing is, this guy's not offering us much of a shot, so we're going to keep on scooting a little closer for now. That would be better. The question is, do we think we can land that? It's fairly straight. Just follow like the jaw back. I'd like to think that was neck, but I guess not. Follow up probably was lungs. You're seeing the, the not extreme amount of power on the 4570. Saw him going down. I think we'll get our gold out of that. And looks like we get an extra one. Let's see what happens then. Oh. So much for getting a neck shot. Follow-up was vital, so we have 2 that we gotta wait to float. So this would be our male. What happened on the first shot? That is a gold. We're just a little too low. Might have stopped shy anyway. Would have depended if we were like between a vertebrae or right on it. You know, that rain, so we can't hear a lot, but gold croc, unfortunately, we can't call them in like gators. It's not like anything kind of cool we can do with them, so we're going to get back after tigers, and we'll see if we can do a little bit better. I really am shocked about that. Intestines then right lung run away. That went a whole lot better. That's what we've been looking for. Goodness gracious. Simple as coming into single player. Could have done that a couple of hours ago, and I'm not exaggerating. What I really want is to maybe call this thing in. I think that would be cool. So, gotta find somewhere with a little cover over there on the left. Get out the Fox Pro e-collar and bring him into range. I have learned that you cannot call tigers with the e-collar, therefore, we'll just try to get him to come after us. So, assuming he'll do that, and they typically do, he's going aggressive. He's probably going to try to loop around us, and we'll kind of see where he goes. He's not exactly taking cover. Maybe going like sort of along the lower part of the hill at least. Just kind of easing in here. Keep in mind, we still do need to make a lung shot to make sure we get the gold. So even though he's walking right to us, there's no shot opportunity. He's only 40 meters away. Just gonna keep the Gand here ready. I'm gonna try to flank him just a little. Now he's gonna open that chest cavity up. Crouching down. That's gonna be a vital hit. Sometimes when they crouch down like that, they will take off. And my goodness, after all of that, we finally got our final predator of the day. And the whole point of the series, by the way, like, was to go into multiplayer so that we didn't have control at the time. We were able to rest in multiplayer because, of course, we got host. And even that wasn't enough. It took single player. But even beyond that, 52.83 gold, by the way, double lung, liver, and stomach as he crouched. The point of, like, not being able to just spam drink times for all these species is so that we do have to hunt around. I can say with plenty of confidence, we spent far more time hunting for, like, even the snow leopard, but especially the Tibetan fox and the tiger today, than we did in either of the prior episodes. So, thrilled with that. Thrilled to get the Bengal tiger out of the way. One more episode remains of the Call of the Wild 2025 Predator Pursuit, and I'll see you in that one. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you then.